my buddy here, and it's me,
just
Hector.
local help. Yeah, with my boy Hector here.
Here we are in Hector's garage. Really, it's just a tarp set up in the yard. So, what I'm going to talk to you guys about today is probably something that any Duramax owner is going to run across eventually. If they're any, they put lots of miles on anyway. Just range shift inhibited.
Common issue.
Common issue, pretty rare, like pretty blunt actually, if you ask me. There's so many things that could be. Right off the hop, the most common one, so they say, would be nsbu switch, or neutral safety switch on your transmission. If you're lucky, which I really hope you are, that's what it is.
Easy swap.
Easy swap, yeah. Now, from there on, I've watched a couple other YouTube videos, and from there, your other options are your ignition switch. Now, a lot of the internal wiring for the truck runs off of your main power from your ignition, which there's about 6 wires in there for your ignition switch. Red, yellow, everything white, and they're all running hot. And when you turn your key, pretty much turns on the power, sends a signal down to your nsbu switch, which says I'm in park or neutral, I'm safe to start. Yeah, safe to start, turn the key, go, right? In my case, it doesn't start. My ignition or my starter doesn't engage. So
only with the key.
Yeah, with the key. So late, like if I want to start it, I go and jump it, right? Turn the key ahead and just jump the solenoids on the starter. But obviously I'm getting tired of doing that because it's not solving my problem. So when it comes down to it, I have no reverse and my drive is fucked up. So I've replaced the harness inside the transmission already, right from Allison. It's a 5-speed 1000. We're working on it. Yeah, we're working on a 2005 Duramax. So
LLY.
Yeah, LLY edition. No tunes on it either. It's pretty stock. Other than the EGR delete, that's about it, I think.
Yeah.
So another common issue with the two, other than the nsbu switch and the ignition switch, is on the back of your transmission you have the wiring harness that goes directly into your harness. Now on the outside of the transmission sometimes the seal leaks and the plug isn't getting, like the prongs aren't getting the proper seal and like connection, so everything doesn't work right there, right? So that's a nightmare on its own. I replaced that because it was leaking, and I replaced the whole harness to every solenoid in there. Still didn't fix the issue. I've looked over the wiring harness multiple times down there, can't find any broken wires. So I've eliminated that. Eliminated the solenoids. TCM is very rare that the module actually goes, so I'm not even considering that because it was still driving at first and up to fifth. Fifth was fucky though. But other than that, like, stumped.
When you pull that sensor, you have.
Yeah, if you pull that sensor, yeah, if you're worried that your internals,
yeah, your internals are fine.
yeah, you have hope. So here's a way to test if your internals are actually fucked or if it's just the wiring or another sensor somewhere. Now that harness that's going right into the back of your transmission that I said leaks sometimes, if you unhook that completely and start your truck up, whether it's turnkey or you jump it, you get it running. If your internals are good, you will have a limp mode reverse and you will have a third gear drive, limp mode, so you're not going far, right? And that'll tell you right there though if your internals are good or if you have to look into a sensor or wiring harness, which is what I did today. So I'm going to give you a quick look at the wiring harness, because I might as well get into it right now, right?
I'll shut that up.
Might as well shut that thing off there. So when it comes down to it, a lot of these pink wires here, I don't know if you can see them on the black panel inside the bottom of your fuse box. It's just a normal GM fuse box there. Now on the bottom of it you got these pink wires here that'll actually, the group of pink ones there, they actually run down to your nsbu switch, and the ones that don't, they run over to your TCM to power that up. So those ones I've been through, there was a little bit of corrosion, but I've cleaned it up and still haven't figured out the issue. So I'm following up with that. Now we'll take a quick look underneath here, because you can see it's a big mess under here. We've got everything ripped out. So now where we were under the hood, we got this that's coming down, and it actually goes to the transmission, and half of it's, well, a couple of them split off and go to the nsbu switch, and the other half go to that harness. And today I was actually already in here, and you can see this wire right here was actually broke, so I fixed it and put some heat shrink on it. There's another one down here too. Like, these all go right down to your transmission. So, and like,
yeah, like
a lot of them,
the all that bullshit.
yeah, that's all your internal controls right there, right? And what doesn't go down, like, a lot of it goes to the fuse box, drives down to the transmission just to relay a sensor back, like to relay a message back up to your TCM. And then from there, like, you should be good. So there's that wire that I fixed today. There's this one here. Another one too. It's right off the clamp that's just on the friggin' strut mount there. You can see I fixed that there. It was completely broke just from rubbing on the power steering pump over time. So that's a place to look. Now up in here, you'll see this other big group of wires. I'll try and get a good shot of it. But there's 3 big plugs there. There's a blue one, a black one, and a gray one. And that's all your computer wiring. And then up in the top, right there, those 2 gray plugs right there. And then there's one more above it. Right there. Those are your TCM. And now the thing with that too is, there is videos out there where the TCM, like, you can actually take the plugs off and take the red and white and clear cap off of them. And sometimes there's just little, like, the little pins move and they lose connection, right? So if you look there, that's another thing that could be your issue too. Unfortunately for me, it wasn't, but that could be an issue. So take a quick look there. I'll put that in another video too, but something else to look at. Now, another quick view. This wiring harness runs about 1 inch wide from the fuse box, runs down in the back of your frame, runs down and behind, not the one in the front here, but it runs right in behind down here, right? Because all this wire goes right down here and runs all down to your NSBU switch. For you if you haven't seen NSBU switch before, that's it right there. Big plug on the back. So that'll tell your transmission or your computer that your truck is safely good to start. And it's in park, right? Or neutral position. So
It's the brain of a bigger brain, basically. Really, and then, yeah.
I told myself I was done out here today, and
Here we are.
here I am still out here. It's probably 8 o'clock now, maybe later, I don't even know.
I couldn't tell you now.
But let's just say it's past the working hour. But
And we're hoping to shorten it up with this video because as much as it's an educational thing for people who have the same issue, at the same time it's almost a cry for help is what's next, you know what I mean, man?
yeah,
That's it too. So
what's the next step? So we'll figure that out tomorrow. But, like, trust me, I'm not going to give up on this, and I'm sure there's other people out there like me and you that are struggling with this, and I'm hoping that I can make a little video to help you out, because there's not much out there, and the ones that are out there definitely helped me out, but I wasn't lucky enough for that to be my issue. Like, they definitely led me to a lot more information.
It eliminated
right?
a lot of kings there, you know what I mean, on the way, head picking. Okay, try this, try that, try this, try that.
Made it a little easier.
But then you start investigating, and you find burned wires and broken wires and this and that, and so the list goes on.
What could it be, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Where can it be? And I think a lot of it all ends up between here,
and
the computer, and the transmission.
And the stupid wire flicking there.
I think, and hopefully, God forbid, that it's anything inside the dash, because I don't feel like going there anymore.
No, you've been there once, eh? Yeah.
Other than that, like, I got no problems with Duramax. Just be prepared to spend money. Like, one of my shop teachers, I asked him, I said, like, what do you know about Duramaxes, eh? Because I figured, fuck, that'd be the guy to ask.
I wish I knew.
That'd be the guy to ask, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, he teaches everyone at school about trucks, so let's see what he's going to say.
They don't work for beers per hour either. They make the quid, them.
I said, what do you say?
Teachers.
What do you think? I said, you know a lot. He's like, yeah, I do. He's like, what are you asking? He's like, so I told him, I said, I got a fucking Duramax, and this is what it's doing. And he's like, well, let me tell you, Sam. He's like, the one thing I do know about a Duramax is not to buy one. That was all he said. That was plain and simple.
Who listens to their teachers?
Oh. And that's where I am now, right? But like I said, and if it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't be where I am right now, and I'd be thousands of dollars in at the shop, and
Worse, yeah.
right now I'm probably into it 20-30 hours of just
If you
shop
want to
time
pay
myself.
yourself, yeah.
So I need to get it fixed soon, but I'm hoping it's something simple. It's obviously not, but it's my plow truck, so I need to get it fixed. But we'll keep you guys updated, and
The white gold be flying soon.
gonna be pushing that white gold. Take it easy, YouTube. That's it from us. Have a good night.